The 3x3 Rubik's Cube is one of the most iconic puzzles ever, but how exactly do you solve it? In this video, I will be teaching you the easiest way to solve a Rubik's Cube. Let's get started. Alright guys, so the first step to solving the Rubik's Cube is getting this white cross here. Notice how that there are bars here connected to the center pieces. So it's not like this, where these don't match, these don't match, these don't match, these don't match. It's important they all match up. So it's a cross plus these little arm thingies. I'll show you how to get that done. To get the white cross, the first thing you're going to want to do is create a daisy. So that's what we call it when there's a white piece here, 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 and here, and then this center is yellow. So for example, we can start by taking this piece, moving it up into this layer so that the yellow and white match. The centers don't matter, it's just the daisy part that we're trying to get. So like here, this one's really simple. You just want to move this white piece over here, and you can do that by doing this. Same with this piece, this one goes to this side, do it like that. This one's a little more complicated. As you can see, we have part of the daisy here, the only piece missing is this. To get that one from here to there, we can move the entire daisy over and then put this as part of the flower. Okay, so once we have the daisy, the next step is going to take these pieces and put them here to make a cross. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna pick one of these edges. I'll start with the blue one. You're gonna make sure that you line it up with its corresponding centerpiece. So this is not good, not good, this is correct. And once we have it lined up, we're going to want to move it down into the cross layer here. So like that. Now we have this section of the cross complete. And as you can see, it looks like for our daisy, we already have this green. If you don't have a solved edge though, just start turning it around until you can match up one of the edges with the centers. Once you have them lined up, just move it down, same as the other one. As you can see, if we want to do the white-red, line it up with the center, move it down. Orange is already lined up with the center, so all we have to do now is move it down. And now we have a solved white cross. The next step is going to be solving the first layer. So we already have the cross. Now we need to get these corners to be solved. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick any corner in this top section here. We're going to be holding the cross on the bottom right now, because that makes it easier. We're going to find the piece. I'm going to do this white, blue, and orange corner. And you're going to want to move it so that it matches with the cross. So as you can see, we have the white cross on the bottom, the blue and orange arms, and then we have the corner piece. And we know that this corner piece needs to go here, because this is the white, the orange, and the blue. So what we can do, you're going to want to hold your cube so that wherever the corner is right above the cross, right above where it needs to be. And you're going to do this set of algorithms that I'll put on the screen. Now, it depends on what corner that you're solving, whether you're going to do that on the left or on the right. So there are two different types of algorithms. For example, the one we did was on the left. This corner here, the white, blue, and red, we're solving onto the right. So we're going to do that on the right side. Next up, let's do the white, green, and orange. We'll do that on the right side. This one here is on the left side. Now, there are different corner cases that you could get. Those were all very simple, and you just had to do the algorithm once, not even the full thing, and then it worked. This one, though, if you do the algorithm on the right side, it does not solve the corner. But if we keep doing the algorithm, it will eventually put the corner in the right spot. Another example is this one, where doing the algorithm once puts it like that. By doing the algorithm a few more times, it will solve the corner. The next step is solving these edges on the sides here. That will complete our second layer, and then all we'll have left is the last layer. So what we're going to want to do is pick an edge in this top layer. Let's start with the red and green. You're going to find where it needs to go. So this one needs to go between the red and the green face. So you need to put it here so it matches up with the green. See how we have the green and red edge, and it needs to go here, and what we're going to do is do an algorithm that will move it into this slot. So you're going to hold it with the edge in front and the slot on your left for this case, and you're going to do the algorithm that I've put on the screen. That will solve the edge. Then next, you simply just pick another edge. Let's do the red and the blue. You're going to move it so that it matches with its corresponding piece so that we know that this one's going to be here. And this one we do on the right side instead of the left. So instead of pushing it like this and going that way, we're going to say this piece needs to go here. So we're going to do the algorithm on the right side, which I'll put on the screen. Next, we'll pick another edge. Let's do the blue and the orange. Put it here. It needs to go down into the left. So we're going to move it over and do the algorithm. For this one, the green and the orange, we need this piece to go here. So we're going to hold it like so. Where this goes here, you want to hold it like that. Move it over, and we're doing the algorithm. Now we've solved the first two layers. Alright, so guys, the next step is going to be solving this final layer here. So firstly, we're going to try and make a yellow cross similar to the white cross. It's just yellow on the opposite side. So to start, you're going to have one of a few cases. So you could have a dot, you could have an L shape like that, you could have a line, or your cross could already be solved. If your cross is already solved, your step is skipped and you don't need to do this part. Right now, we're not worrying about the corners. So for every case in here, it's the same algorithm. You just have to do it from different angles or a different amount of times. So for a dot case, you can hold it from any side and then do the algorithm on the screen. Now you should have an L case. And if you already have an L case, do the same thing that I'm doing here. You're going to put it in the back left. So the L is like that. Do the algorithm again. Now you should have a line case. If you already had a line case, do this one here. You're going to hold it so it's horizontal, not vertical, but horizontal to you. And do the algorithm again. Now you should have a yellow cross. Remember, we don't care about the corners right now, just the cross. The next step is going to be to solve the edges of this cross. So as you can see, similar to the white cross, we have the yellow cross. This edge is matched. This edge is matched. But this one is not, and this one is not, and these ones need to be flipped. So you could either have two edges solved, all edges solved, or no edges solved. If none of your edges are solved, just pick a random side and do this algorithm. If you have two solved, you're going to hold it in the back right and do this algorithm. Now it should be solved. If you have a line of solved edges, so just these two are opposite each other and they're solved, but these two are not, just hold it from any side and do the algorithm, and then you should get two solved and two not, and then you can hold it in the back right and do the algorithm. Right now, we need to get all of the corners in the right spot. So as you can see, this one is in the correct spot because it's the blue, orange, and yellow corner, and it's like nestled between the blue side, the yellow side, and the orange. So if all we did was twisted this, it would be solved. Now for the rest of these, none of them are in the right slot. We only have this one, so keep track of that one. So for example, this one needs to go here. This one is the yellow, blue, and red, so it needs to be in this area. And this one needs to go that way. We need to cycle them. So what you're going to do is hold your solved corner in the front right. If you have none solved, then just choose from any angle and do it, and do this algorithm. If you do the algorithm and the corners are not all solved, just hold the one that is solved in the front right and do it again. All right, so this is how the algorithm goes. All right, so as you can see, now we have our yellow cross. It's still intact. But now this corner stayed in the right spot. This one is solved. This one is in the correct spot, and this one is in the correct spot. So now what we're going to do is twist them all to face upwards. You're going to want to hold the cube sideways. Move any piece down as long as it's unsolved. Then do the algorithm like this. Now what you're going to want to do is do that only until you see that this piece is solved. Once the corner is correctly placed, then don't do any more moves. You need to stop. Make sure you're careful of that. Next, you're going to just move this layer. We're not turning the whole cube. You only need to move this side, bringing a new unsolved corner into this space. You're going to move it down, do the algorithm again, until you see this corner is solved. Now, while you're doing this, it may look like the rest of the cube is going to get messed up. Just don't worry and keep following the correct sequence of moves, or you could actually mess something up. Next, we're going to solve this next one. So again, without rotating, we're just going to move it down, move it over, do the algorithm until we see that this corner is in the right spot. Move it down to the next one, move it over, and do the algorithm again. If you have a corner that's already solved, then simply skip over and go to the next one. All right, guys, we've solved your first Rubik's Cube. I hope you understood everything in this video and that you can learn and become faster and faster. I recommend that you keep watching this over and over again and solve the cube over and over again until you can do it from memory without help from a tutorial or anything. It also might be helpful to write down the algorithms in this video to make it easier for you to learn them on the go. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.